Good morning, guys. Do you know what this means? This means that we are putting the top on the high tunnel.
Lily, get Lily.
The plan is that we are going to fold this end how we found online, how a company recommends doing theirs, and we are going to go up and over the end, and then the way the plastic is folded, it should just kind of, we can unfold each side, tack it in, and then unfold the other side and tack it in. We heard about this way through Tunnel Vision's YouTube page, and that was very helpful for this. We actually were originally considering a Tunnel Vision high tunnel, but we ended up going with a different company. But that is what they do when they only have two people to put the tops on. So we have three, plus the kids, plus my mom should be here fairly shortly. So we figured that if it says it's only going to take two people, theoretically we should be able to do it this way with more than two. Now that we have it the right length, Owen is retaping and putting some more protection on his C-channel joints because they didn't seem to be protected enough, and I am tacking my end in with some wiggle wire. Now take note, right about here I get off the ladder, and that's when things start to go wrong. The wind had picked up and I was down, and it ended up tearing a big hole and moving the entire plastic. So now I'm trying to hold it down while we can figure out what to do, and the hole just keeps getting bigger and bigger. So I'm holding on for dear life on this big 100-foot long sheet of plastic that is in the air. We were able to, with the help of our NRCS inspector and my parents and the kids, get it held down enough to get wiggle wire in and get the plastic moved down. Thankfully, we left enough on each end. We were able to get it moved down enough to get the hole covered so that it's one solid sheet again with no tip rips, no tears, or anything like that. And now we're just working on getting the top secured with the wiggle wire. And the wind has just really picked up, and that's where, like, it wasn't supposed to be windy and it was calm when it started, but all of a sudden it got gusty, and then the wind actually ended up shifting a little bit, and so it came from the west, northwest, instead of just straight north like it was. So that really messed things up. But when it's all said and done, we got it up. It was very hairy, very stressful, but we got it done, and that is all that matters. Man, look at that big hole. I am so glad my dad had us put all that extra length on the ends. So I'm going to trim the plastic here on the end, and then this side right now, and then gotta get the wiggle wire, or the wiggle wire in there, and then I think that's it. And as you can see, we're still struggling with the wind, even on these extra pieces of plastic. It is just kicking our butts today. So we're going to hurry up and try to get this trimmed as much as possible, and so that we don't risk tearing another hole. My fear is that this end piece will go and get snagged on something or pull really hard and form a hole, or that leads up to the wiggle wire, and that'll eventually lead to a bigger hole. Theoretically, it shouldn't, but it still is a worry of mine. So I'm going to hold the plastic nice and tight for Owen while he puts the remaining wiggle wire in on this edge, and then hopefully also hold this plastic so it doesn't blow too hard in the wind. And then while he's up there, hopefully he will cut this for me, and then we'll get the whole end done and cut, and then we can go in and take a big deep breath. Oh, good. Perfect. Were they still in the coop? Okay. It very quickly got to 120 in the high tunnel in just like an hour, so we are lowering the sides.
I know, isn't that awesome? Well, that was a little nerve-wracking. So I had messaged the NRCS agent this morning, and I had said that we were just getting ready to put on the top, and everything was done. And he emailed me back right away and said, "Can I come out this morning and inspect?" And I said, "You bet." So we were just getting the top on, and he came, and I got off the ladder, and I stopped doing what I was doing, and I signed the papers and talked to him for a little bit, walked him around, showed him everything. And just as he was getting ready to get in his truck to leave, we got the wind shifted, and we got a big gust of wind. And so it pulled it off, and it actually tore a big hole in it. So it took a bit, pretty stressful, and we ended up, thankfully we put enough slack on the end that we were able to slide the whole top. It would be west, so that we could fix the hole. And so we did that, and we got it on, and the NRCS agent helped us put on part of our wiggle wire, because it was just gusty. It would be fine, it would die down, and then we'd get a big gust again. So he helped us put on wiggle wire so that that corner would stop blowing, and then we got the rest on. But first layer's done. This is actually all we needed to complete our contract for the grant, and so we're good to go with that. And we're going to, when we get the electricity, we're going to put the second layer on and put the blower in. But for now, we're going to leave it at this. So it'll be a few weeks, and then we'll start working on this again.
So it's done, and we just want to thank my parents for all of their help, for our NRCS agent for his help, and thank you guys for watching. We will do a video when it's all said and done and give you guys a great tour.